Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me on my second video, the forecast for the new week. I did have a laugh at myself and poke quite a bit of fun at myself at how anxious I was in the last video, but hopefully that has now passed and I'm feeling a lot more relaxed with this video. So I hope that you enjoy it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm using the Aspects of Self cards, just shuffling a little bit so that we can find, I think I'm just going to do one card that I'm going to read the week for, that is October the 17th, Monday the 17th through to Sunday. So let's just see about picking one card that will tell us about the energy and some upcoming events for my viewers. There we go. Ah, we've got two. So the two cards that we've got here are from the Aspects of Self deck is the World, and we have the Hermit. I feel like the World is for the beginning of the week, and the Hermit looks to me like it's from Friday onwards. So let's start with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So what I'm feeling about the energy for the beginning of this week, maybe you want to have a look at the picture a little bit better that way. I'm feeling that this week is quite an eventful week. It feels to me that the energy is very much an anticipatory energy. There's a lot of waiting for the green light, so the revving the engines, the getting ready to get things done, waiting for the go signals so that we can all just race off and accomplish things. But this does seem to me like there's this underlying energy of reminding us to be aware of being hands-on with all aspects of our life. So making sure that we keep balance, making sure that we don't neglect any part of ourselves. The beginning of the week comes very much with a sense of looking after oneself, so taking care of your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and spending some time doing what it is that makes you feel better. I do feel that for some of you, you've been so busy getting stuff done and sorting out everybody else that maybe you've been a little bit neglectful for with yourself. And this is just a reminder to say, remember that you can't pour from an empty glass. So there is that reminder of being a receiver and a giver, which is what creates the balance. I do feel that this anticipatory energy is about good things that are to come. So it's still a little way off, a couple of days off, but this is very much about maintaining the balance. There is some news I feel that's coming through for some of you. There's this freedom that comes for some of you of just taking the energy, a little bit of a fiery energy, so it's action orientated, and putting your best foot forward and really just knowing that you have everything that you need in order to do what it is that you need to do to get the results that you're looking for. So they're also saying that remember that you literally can't make mistakes. Every decision that you make, if you find that in hindsight possibly there were better options available to you that you didn't see at the time, they're just reminding you that to be flexible, to course correct if you need to be, but not to get too stuck on believing that there's only one way forward or only one answer. There isn't. All right, so they're just saying that have a look to see none's more better than any of the other. This is really just what suits you at the particular time. I also feel that there is a little bit of a, if we can call it a warning of saying, be careful, or be aware of who's pulling the strings, who's in control. Are you being controlled by others through your emotions or their expectations or your expectations? So just being aware of who the puppet master is would be giving you a little bit of, how can I say it, a little bit more control, or a little bit more information on how to deal with things going forward. All right, so even no decision is still a decision. A decision not to do something, or feeling like somebody like you can't, or that they don't let you, that is still a decision to follow that. I am feeling that there's quite a lot of backing from ancestors, family that has passed on. So for some of you, you might either receive messages about them or from them, or feel them around you. I do feel that there is that energy around guiding your steps on your way forward during this week. I also feel that there is also this almost, I want to say, the spring energy of renewal and renewed hope, and looking at things in a slightly different way, finding solutions where maybe a few days earlier there just weren't any. So I do feel that that is coming up for some of you. There's also this energy of saying things have been looking a little bit segmented, so possibly realizing that all of the segments add up to a whole. So neglecting one is going to have negative repercussions on the other in the long run. So making sure that you're balancing your home life, your work life, your personal life, your spiritual life, your physical life, so that all of that can work together to support and sustain you going forward. So as I mentioned earlier about self-care, making sure that you utilize these opportunities this week to fill your cup up, or to assess whether your cup has been filled, is full. If you need to refill it, do so. Because everything is literally attached to everything else. Now, something that is being alluded to in this actual picture, but that has come up quite strongly when I was tapping into the energy of this coming week, is the spider archetype. And that is primarily telling me anyway, not necessarily for everybody, but it tells me about being more responsive and less reactive. So the same way that the spider doesn't respond to just anything that twings on its web, it only reacts to the things that basically it can eat. But if a leaf falls onto the web, and it's making the same types of vibrations, or even something that it doesn't want to eat or can't eat, like a caterpillar, for instance, the spider will just either ignore it or go and cut it loose. And they're giving you that same recommendation this week of, be careful what you respond to, because you might just be wasting your time with an over response or an overreaction, which is completely unnecessary. It's not going to help you in any way. It's just going to waste your time. So that is also something that comes up for some of you. I also feel there's quite a lot of going with the flow this at the beginning of the week, but I feel that the week starts with sort of calm waters, and from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday onwards, it looks to me like you're going to head more towards the fast moving waters, the rocky, well, not really rocky as in negative. Obviously there's always going to be challenges and obstacles to avoid, that kind of thing, but I do feel that this is going to be just from starting with a little bit of a quiet beginning of the week to a hold on to your hats, because things are going to move quite quickly. They're just telling you to remain heart-centered, remain grounded, Make sure that your protection's there, but this is more about protecting yourself or standing true to yourself for the material world, not allowing other people to poke you, not allowing their personalities, their decisions, their choices, their opinions to get to you, if I can put it to you that way. So they just want you to keep your eye on how far you've come and where you're heading and what it is that you need to do to get there. What else comes up for this? I've just got some hellos from the other side. So if any of you have lost some family members on the other side, I've got it looks like a lot of people to me. It looks like a baby. Somebody's unfortunately lost a child. We've got, this looks to me like grandparents or parents, sort of, the older generation. I feel like there is there, and somebody's son that's passed tragically. I don't know if this is in a motor vehicle accident or a motorbike accident, but they're also just saying hello. So I'm not sure who that's for, but obviously it's somebody that will be watching the video at some point, and your family members just want to use this opportunity to pop in and say, hello, we're still here, we hear you, talk to us. We're still very much part of your lives. I am also picking up that around about the 24th, it looks to me around about the 24th, there looks to me, I feel like somebody's running towards you with some good news. All right, so and this does look like it's news that has something to do with money or jobs or opportunity that you've been waiting for. So if you've been waiting for that, keep your eyes open around about the 24th. They're saying it's like, put your glasses on so you can read the newspaper headline, the news, the piece of paper that it comes, the message that is delivered. So that is pretty cool. And for the rest of it, just look after yourself and take things slowly but surely. You're not stuck. You might be in pause, but use this pause time to reflect and to build up your energy for the go that comes a little bit later during the week. Right, so that's the first half of the week. Second half of the week is reflected in the Hermit card. Second half of the week looks very busy to me. So this is about making good use of your time, taking time to rest, scheduling water. I don't feel that some of you are drinking enough water or staying hydrated enough. So this is very much about being very practical, allowing yourself to stay hydrated and stay rested, and taking time out in your day to refocus, to breathe, to get back into your body so that you can regroup and then go forward again. This looks to me that there are lots of meetings that are coming up for some of you, whether they're social meetings. I do feel that some of them are definitely going to be sort of corporate meetings where there is going to be a lot of inroads that are going to be made. So meetings about possible improving networking or work relations or good things happening in the business sector, that really solid foundations that you can build upon. Might not make sense from anybody looking into the situation, but from inside the circle, it makes complete sense. I also feel that there's a lot of noise that's going to be made as they figure out some parts of things that presumably somebody was expected to have been doing their job, and it turns out that they actually haven't been. They've been covering it up or neglecting it or making mistakes, but it's made the parts of that foundation in the career sector a little bit more unstable than what the the corporation had assumed that it was. So that is also something that's coming up. So I am also seeing that just a little bit of a warning here again. Somebody with some facial hair. I don't know if it's a beard or a mustache, or it could even be a woman that has a little bit more prominent facial hair than some women sometimes do have. But I just feel the facial hair is a feature. And it feels to me that there is a little bit of conniving that's happening there. So they're just saying, oh, if you get the feeling that you need to be wary or that you need to watch yourself, then obviously do that. All right. The weekend looks to me that there's a bit of travel happening for some of you, a little bit of rest for other of you, recharging your batteries. But I do feel that it's quite a social weekend. Those of you who are traveling, please do so safely. They're just saying keep your eyes out, especially if you're traveling at nighttime. All right. So there is very much the energy of saying just keep your eyes peeled, keep your eyes open, make sure that you are watching others, most especially, I'm not sure how this works for anybody, but especially if you're going around traffic circles, other drivers may not necessarily be paying as much attention as what you might be. So just especially the dark colored cars, that would be sort of a dark blue or a black or a dark gray. These days the vehicles are even a dark brown. So darker shade vehicle that's maybe going to be taking a little bit more, a couple more chances, or not paying enough attention while they're driving, possibly distracted or just not thinking. That if you are paying attention, you can definitely avoid any inconveniences there. And they're just saying you need to play. So there's very much some fairy energy coming out this weekend. Now the fairies are also very well known for being a little bit overindulgent. So if you do indulge, make sure that you don't overindulge, be responsible, have fun, but remain responsible. But this is really about, I'm just hearing music, dancing, having fun. I don't know, I always laugh and call it a dad dance, and the head bops. So there's a little bit of head bopping music or entertainment that's going to be happening there, but it all looks pretty good to me. I'm just seeing some really tired eyes here. So for those of you that need to rest, please do. And I think that pretty much sums up the weekend for us. So it looks like a good one overall. Thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you again during the week. I will endeavor to post another short, and we can catch up over there. Take care, stay blessed, and have an excellent week. Bye for now.